All right, here we go. Welcome. It is the loneliest night of the week. So the only way to celebrate is with Sam Roberts. Now, welcome everybody. Hope Friday is doing fantastic for you. It's almost over. So I'm glad that you're here with me. Hope the weekend's going to be great. The rest of the week is going to be great to help with that. Here's Hot Dog. Hot Dog.
Here I am.
Here he is. Here he is. Hot Dog is really, really here. I hope you're doing well, Hot Dog. You doing good?
I'm doing all right. Naps in. Show ready.
The people.
Let's go.
There's only one thing that people need to know, Hot Dog. The internet has been on fire with this. Are you, because you make these wishy-washy statements all the time. Are you pro gas stove or anti gas stove? Because in 2023, there's only one way you could be, and you have to declare it going forward. For me, as of this week, when I walk into any room, I don't just mean a party or a social gathering or dinner. I mean, if I walk into a barber shop, first of all, they go, "What are you doing here?" I go, "That's besides the point." If I walk into a Starbucks, yeah, what are you? If I walk into a Starbucks, they say, "And who's the order for?" I go, "Sam, pro gas stove." And they go, "All right, okay." Just because I think it's something, you're not an American if you don't let people know where you stand on gas stoves. So Hot Dog, where do you stand on gas stoves?
Like a real American, I love my gas stove, and I hate my woke M&Ms.
That's right. People say, "Oh, gas stoves are killing kids." You know what kills kids? Lady M&Ms. That is what the real problem is. Have you ever seen a better demonstration of the fact that grown-ups just love fighting with each other than the battle over gas stoves this week? Depending on what channel you'd watch, it was, "Democrats will have you believe that gas stoves are harmful, but they're not." And then you flip the channel and just say, "Republicans will have you believe that we think gas stoves are harmful. We never said that, but they are." And you're like, what? We talking, is gas stoves like is it a euphemism? Is it a metaphor? Does it mean something else? You couldn't possibly just be literally talking about gas stoves, could you? No. Gas stoves. Of all the things that are killing people, and of all the things that people actually want to ban, why, as an adult, some of these people were elected to represent people. Be like, "You are the best of us. You must represent us," right? Because when we have a representative, like the great George Santos, it's because he's the best of us. It's because the honorable George Santos, it's because he's the best of us. So we go, what do our representatives, the best of us, what were they talking about today? And they go, "Gas stoves. The wokes want to take them out of your kitchen." And you go, no. I mean,
it's getting tiring. All this culture war nonsense is getting so tiring. And it's like,
when we get to gas, it's almost like a jump the shark thing, right? When you get to gas stoves, it's like, are you really in the fight? Like, the fact that they're fighting over gas stoves lets you believe that if you have a side, you're a loser. You know what I mean? Like, it's gone way too far. How they go like this. How can we tell the world that we're literally fighting over nothing? That this is all, it's a house of cards. This is paper thin. There is nothing here. We are not fighting about anything. How can we possibly make this more clear to the world? Well, let's fight over gas stoves for a week, for an entire week. We'll just fight about gas stoves. And they're like, "Yeah, that sounds perfect."
That's the entire news cycle.
And then AOC is over here going, "What's up, y'all? You know, the Republicans will have you believe that we want to take your gas stoves, but you can keep them. By the way, I rent, so don't blame me for my gas stove." And it's like, who's blaming anyone for gas stoves? She said that. You know, that's how you know it's crazy. Because she goes, I seen the video. I wish I had it pulled up. This just occurred to me as we were starting. I didn't know I was going to talk about it. But she goes, first of all, no one's trying to take your gas stoves. We're not anti-gas stove. Second of all, I rent, so that's not my gas stove. And you're like, well, you can't have it both ways. She's like, the gas stove thing is ridiculous, but just in case it's not ridiculous, that's not my gas stove. And you're like,
Well,
what?
I mean, it's a parody world now because it doesn't matter how often you say that this is ridiculous. It has crept into your head now. Like, you are going to go to the kitchen and you're going to see a gas stove or an electric stove and you're going to
honestly
be like,
I only use the oven because I don't want, I'm apolitical, you know? I only bake. I stopped.
Middle of the line, Sam.
That's
here.
it.
No gas, no electric.
I don't even have a stove anymore. I just use the oven or the microwave. Okay. I just reheat. That's all I do. I order food and I reheat because I want to support small business and I want to remain neutral on stoves. That's me. Just for the record, I was joking before. I don't want to lose audience. I'm so worried about losing audience that I'd like to remain neutral on stoves. If you're pro stove, I can get that. And if you're anti stove, I can get that. I want everybody to like me. I'm just a microwave Sammy. That's it.
I mean, don't you think it was like, can we get like a week without any nonsense? Like
we did. We had a week.
On like a whiteboard or something.
We had a week with no nonsense, and they were like, "Well, should we do the stove thing this week?" Nothing really. There's not really much else going on. We've been sitting on this stove thing for a while. They're like, "Well, there's no mass shooting, so we can't argue about guns. There's
the elections just ended, so it's kind of quiet.
It's kind of There's no. How's the My Pillow guy doing? I don't know. We don't really listen to him anymore. Oh, jeez.
Nothing's going on.
Should we do the stove thing? I mean, we tried, because remember before it was the soda thing. They tried to bicker about soda for a while, and that was pretty successful. But it's over. They did it already. We can't bring back old arguments.
Right.
So they go, oh, let's do gas stoves. And you're like, okay. I am going to start doing that, though. When I go into people's houses, I'm going to go, oh, gas stove, huh? that's it.
That's
it. Just say that.
Job.
Right.
They did their job. It's like someone in a think tank is getting paid to just think of these ridiculous things, and they are so effective.
Yeah.
Like, the topic of a conversation for an entire week, and it's the most ridiculous thing.
It's insane.
And I almost like, because everyone's aware of like the culture war nonsense now, like more than ever. I feel like.
Yeah.
But like, you almost fall into it. Like, you see people that you hate on Twitter arguing for something or arguing against something, and then the inclination is just to go like, well, no, fuck you.
Yeah. They try to get you. This is how, and some people don't catch themselves. You catch yourself having an opinion on gas stoves, and you go, no, wait, no. I do want to keep my gas stove. See, I tried. No. I do think it's inappropriate for government to take my stove. Wait.
No. I almost had an opinion on gas stoves. I almost did.
Yeah.
And then I stopped myself. I was like, no, I have no opinion on this. Why? I don't give a fuck about this.
My wife left the gas stove on the other day. You know what I said?
Oh.
I said AOC was right.
Yeah. Deadly.
Oh, yeah. She was right. I haven't even heard. I mean, I don't even know where it started. You know, I guess a Consumer Reports came out that said gas stoves could be dangerous. And then it also said we can ban things that are dangerous. So it wasn't an if-then. I mean, I guess it isn't. Instead, here's the difference. It said we can ban things that are dangerous, not we will ban things that are dangerous. It wasn't an if-then statement. If it said gas stoves are dangerous, we ban all things that are dangerous, then they would be saying, therefore, we must ban gas stoves. But they're saying gas stoves can be dangerous. We are allowed to ban things that are dangerous. So you go ahead and make the leap if you got nothing else going on today. And a bunch of people were like, I got nothing but time. I got nothing going on.
How I think it usually starts is like, like you said, there's like either like a research study that comes out or maybe like a proposition by a nobody in government that goes like, hey, maybe there should be some incentives for electric stoves instead of gas stoves. And then boom, got it.
Yeah.
The lib cucks, the woke mafia is after your gas stoves.
Yeah. And then the woke mafia goes like, no, we're not, although they are bad. You're like, what are you doing? Stop. Why did you
Don't fall for it.
Yeah, you did it. Now there's a culture war. Look what you did. Look what you could have avoided it. But I got caught up in the nonsense this week. It's very difficult.
It's so hard
to not get caught up in the nonsense, but I get so mad when I find out that I'm caught up in nonsense, because you don't know at the time that you're caught up in nonsense. You think it's like, oh my God, like I'm really. Tuesday night, I got caught up in the nonsense, hot dog. I mean, big time. Big time.
You got
I got hard. The internet gone, Doug. Oh, I got got. And here's how it started. Scrolling through Twitter. And then these tweets start coming up. Ooh, I'm hearing big news. What? Big news. And then another tweet comes up. Eye emoji. I go, what are those eye emoji? What are those?
If what I'm hearing is true.
Yes.
Some huge news dropping tonight.
They go, hey, Stephanie McMahon resigned today, but you ain't heard nothing yet. I go, I got to hear that. Oh my God. Where's my seat? Can I get any closer to the edge of this seat? I got to know. Refresh. And then Twitter accounts start saying that the WWE, first it was like, there could be discussions of a sale to Saudi Arabia. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. And then another tweet comes forward going, I'm not confirming this. I'm not saying it's true. But I've heard it's already done. I've heard the sale's over. And then another, and I go, wait. From where? And then another tweet comes in going, heard the same thing, bro. And you're like, he heard it too. And then another tweet comes in, heard the same thing, bro. And then wrestling websites start chiming in because they want to be the ones, just in case it's true, they want to be the ones that reported it first. And it says, report, exclusive, the sale is final, WWE is sold.
That's how they get you.
Yes, and I go, oh my God. And I mean, hot dog, if you could, the list of people that I was texting with, I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I was texting with award winners in the industry saying, holy shit, the rumors that I'm hearing right now. And it's like when you say the rumors that I'm hearing, you know where I was hearing these rumors from? What inside sources I was hearing these rumors from?
From inside the house?
The call was coming from inside the house. That's exactly right. I'm sitting there obsessively because I go, there's no way that this many tweets could be sent about something that isn't true. I mean, it wasn't just wrestling Twitter anymore. The whole Twitter world was going, yeah, WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia. And I'm like, look, WWE literally just started talking about selling on Friday. Today's Tuesday. 24 hours ago, they just announced that they hired, who was it, JP Morgan to help with a sale. Yes. 24 hours. Mm-hmm. They're a publicly traded company. With all that information, I still said, yeah, but look at all these tweets. Look at all these tweets. And you know what they really got me with? Because now I'm sitting there and I got to wake up early. I got to get up and do radio. I'm sitting there and they go, news is imminent. Expect official word to drop tonight. I go, Jess, go to bed by yourself. Big Daddy's staying up trying to get the news. Hot dog, I called my father. At 10:30 p.m. at night. I called my father and
Pops,
said,
we're moving to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I said, we're going to the kingdom, baby. I said, Dad, the internet is ablaze right now. And he's like, I don't know. That doesn't make that much sense to me. I go, yeah, but all these tweets. And he goes, okay, I just don't see how that would work. I go, all right, Dad, you don't understand. You're a boomer. Goodbye.
I mean, if you take just a step back and you realize that WWE is a publicly traded company, that has to go through all these things, and there has to be like a board, like a vote on thing, and like you can't just sell a huge publicly traded company in secret.
Done. They sold it last night. Now and then here's where it's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I should be going to bed. I got to be up in hours now. And then the tweets start coming in. You know, with the time change, it's 6 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. Expect word now. And I go, hey, I know they normally don't drop information at midnight, but the time change. They'll probably announce it over there first. That's the home base, after all.
In the Saudi Arabia Wall Street, or wherever it is.
Whatever it is. And then finally, I was like, well, no official word. I guess I'll catch a snooze. I go to bed. Wake up first thing in the morning. Sun's not even up yet. Check my phone. Nothing. And I go, God damn it, they got me again. God, no, nothing. And I don't see any apologies from anybody. I see tweets have been deleted. The people who are tweeting the exclusives deleted their tweets real quick. Nobody that was sending out the like vague tweets said anything about like, oh yeah, no, my bad. Nothing. It was just like, no, my tweet was vague. So I don't know if you took it seriously. That's your problem. We've moved on to the next thing.
This one was very embarrassing for the wrestling industry,
for the community, for wrestling fans. We can't handle ourselves. We can't handle ourselves. Look, this whole time, all the corporate intrigue of WWE and the talks of a potential sale and all of it. You know where every bit of information has come from?
The
Wall Street Journal.
Media,
the Wall Street Journal. Yeah. All of it has come from the Wall Street Journal.
NBC.
Yes.
Fortune.
And look, there's yes. Real news sites, not just like people who have a Twitter account. And I lost sight of that. And I feel foolish because of it. I mean, ultimately, you know, that, like, especially since there's, and who knows who knows if they're going to sell, when they're going to sell, and who they're going to sell to. I wouldn't be shocked if they sold. It makes sense. You look at the amount of money that they should be paid for in media rights, and you realize that a lot of companies don't like paying those huge media rights fees anymore because they're trying to stay alive themselves. So maybe it would make sense for one of these companies to just pony up the dough and buy out the whole company. That way they can at least, it's like renting instead. It's like buying instead of renting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're going to spend more money up front, but you're going to get that money back. There's a lot of IP there. There's a lot of, you understand.
I'm trying to pony up some cash now and get to try to make an offer.
I was going to talk to you after the show. I have been looking for investors to try to put together. And this is where I couldn't take it anymore. Because then, like, the next day, they were like, yeah, you know, Nick Khan was just meeting with Bob Iger, right? And then all you have to do is Google, right? Google. It says Disney, who owns ESPN, right?
Mm-hmm.
ESPN has a deal with the UFC to broadcast the pay-per-views and other shows on ESPN. Big moneymaker for ESPN. ESPN paid like $1.5 billion for it or something like that. The deal expires at the end of this year, which would leave ESPN minus all that content, and they're owned by a company that is well known for being great at executing IP, meaning making money off of IP. And you're like, oh, after you get like worn down from all these tweets and you come down, you're like, oh yeah, Disney would make a lot of sense. And then they're like, well, you know, there's Endeavor. Endeavor owns UFC. They could just package it with WWE. And you're like, oh yeah, Endeavor would make a lot of sense. And then there's NBC Universal, who's already got, oh yeah, I guess NBC Universal would make a lot of sense. And as I'm sitting here, and this is when I couldn't take it anymore. As I'm sitting there going through all this stuff that makes much more sense, these articles start coming out again. The tweets start again. And I go, no, never again, by the way. Never again. Fool me twice. Well, you can't fool me again, is what I'm trying to say. These tweets start coming out. Tony Khan and his father are willing to merge AEW and WWE. Oh, Really, they are. And then people just start writing. Not only, they say, I read an article. It said Tony Khan and his father have expressed interest. Yeah, have expressed interest in buying up WWE and merging it with AEW. Oh, they've expressed interest. Oh. And it says, too, it says this. They would even be willing to look at a proposal where Vince McMahon could still work there. And I go, oh, yeah, that's definitely why Vince McMahon returned. So he could work for Tony Khan. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely. Here's it. Are willing, have shown interest in merging with WWE. Oh, really? They've shown interest in that. Well, here's a headline for you. Sam Roberts is willing to work out a deal to buy WWE. I am willing to bring the WWE under the Not Sam banner. I'm willing to do that. If the deal works out, I'm willing to do that.
Cut that clip and send it to the dirt sheets.
Send it to the dirt sheets. I'm willing. And I'm
to be fair,
I'm even willing. Wait till you hear this deal. Not only am I willing to bring WWE under the Not Sam banner, I'm willing to maintain all job positions that they have now in the same spots. I'm willing to do that. I am willing to do that.
Really? Because I kind of figured you would get rid of Raw and then just put Sam Roberts now there on that time slot.
No, I'm going to put it in the Raw Underground spot, just in that third hour. Just okay. Yeah. I think it could be really great. Yeah, I think it'd be good.
To be fair, those Khan articles weren't coming from, pro wrestling, whatever.
But when you read the article, I saw that like real publications were posting it.
Yes.
But the article didn't say there's a deal being worked out. The article said that one side was willing to do it. And it would be the side that would benefit the most from it. And you're like, this isn't a thing. This is not a thing. This isn't a story. And then my problem wasn't the articles writing that. My problem was then the internet just going crazy as if like, oh, okay, this will probably happen. You're like, no, it won't. No, it won't.
It's fun. It's fun to think about it. The possibility. That one's.
I don't mind.
No.
I don't mind the wild speculation. I'm just salty after Tuesday night. I don't mind the speculation. I'm just salty after Tuesday night.
Very obvious that Tony Khan threw that out there to just get some buzz because
I would do the same thing.
That was an easy one.
Okay, I mean layup. Layup. You need some cash, homie. Call me. Layup.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry you got got.
I got hard, and it doesn't.
The memes were fire.
The memes were so good. It was an all-time for wrestling memes. But ever since Vince has come back, the memes have been great. Just looking at certain wrestlers having shocked faces, looking at Vince strutting. Like, I mean, everything is so good.
Get ready to learn Arabic, buddy.
It's so all the memes. I
saw memes of you.
Yeah, I didn't. That was a Photoshop. That wasn't a real photo.
You weren't wearing that gear?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't remember. Not that I recall. I think I had a Stone Cold outfit on under it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, look, this okay, and this is a great example, right? I've kind of turned the corner on AI. I was afraid of AI for a long time. But the technology has already passed us by. We as human beings, we can't handle this stuff. Like, we can't handle the ability to be in touch with everybody at all times. It just ends up in sheer lunacy no matter what. Whether we're making up stories about companies being bought just so people get emotional, or we're arguing over stoves. I think I'm on the side of the robots now, because you're like, instead of bothering me in my Twitter feed, I wish you were just talking to like a robot that would then respond to you. Like, you could have these Twitter arguments without ever actually communicating with anybody and still get that same fulfillment out of arguing. Like, are you up on this, Hot Dog? Are you up on ChatGPT?
I just looked it up before the show started.
Because you saw the title of the show?
Yes.
Well, I mean, no, I appreciate that. That's called being a good member of the show. Yes. ChatGPT. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's the shit. It rules. It really rules. It's kind of, It's in its infancy to an extent. Like, it's in that phase, like when you first got Gmail and you had to get an invite to it and it was 5 gigs or whatever, you could see what it could become, but it wasn't quite there yet. Like, I've been using it today and it rules. I was asking it what the best Royal Rumble was, and it told me. It was like, look, I'm a robot, so that's subjective, but most people think, and then it listed like 5 Royal Rumbles and explained why. It was
What?
dude. So OpenAI is the company, and they have used AI to create this thing called ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is this window. It's kind of like Google in the sense that you can use it to look stuff up, but you just type your question in, and it responds to you. But the stuff you can type in is like I just said, if I type what was the best Royal Rumble, if I do that into Google, then a list will come up or a Wikipedia page will come up. This is the robot itself types in full sentences what I just told you and then gives examples. All you have to do, and it's free right now, like a hot dog. Okay, this is what the window looks like. Now, just so you know, when I say it's in its infancy, it crashes a lot. Like, there are times you have to wait just because so many people are using it right now. But
I
like,
just tried logging in right now and it said it's at capacity.
exactly, yeah. And you have to sign up to an account. But like, look, it says the examples right here. You can type in, got any creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday? And it'll just go, yeah, there's some things you can do. And it'll tell you what to do. You can ask it, dude, to make code. You can say, can you make me code for like a number generator? And it's like, yeah, say less. And it just gives you the code right there. It takes 5 seconds. Just gives you all the code. Like, you could do it that way. There are schools in New York City, in Washington, D.C., all over the place that are banning or are trying to ban ChatGPT, because you can go into ChatGPT and you can say, give me a 2,000-word essay on quantum physics. And in 10 seconds, it's just like, here you go. And it writes a 2,000-word essay on
That is a game changer.
quantum physics. I seen one guy on YouTube, he goes, write me a diet plan. Here's my age, here's my weight, here's what I want to do. And it just writes him a diet plan. Nothing.
I want to do that.
Dude, well, okay. What should I ask it? Let's see if it's working right now. What do you, like?
Best way to gain 10 pounds of muscle.
All right. I'm going to do just like you. What's the best way to gain 10 pounds of muscle? Just wrote it in.
See if it works.
All right. You see, what's the best way to gain 10 pounds of muscle? Now, again, earlier today, it was lightning fast. Right now, it's slow.
Yeah, I couldn't even get in.
Probably because all the not Samsonites are using it and getting very excited about it. We'll check back with it. I'll leave the window open.
What you should do is,
Yeah.
next week,
Mm-hmm.
you get rid of the Thunderdome
Mhm.
and you just have the chat box
Mhm.
right there on your screen. Somehow, maybe you can make it so like you could
Voice to
it could be
text.
yeah, voice to text, and then just see if it could also be.
Oh my gosh, it's up.
Oh.
To gain 10 pounds of muscle, a combination of weightlifting, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest is recommended. Number 1, weightlifting. Incorporate compound exercises such as squats, deadlifts, and bench press into your workout routine.
Boom. I'm doing that. I'm trying that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll write, what about the nutrition? Okay. Oh, there was a network error. Again, it's in the opening stages, and I think right now is bad, but like,
Still impressive.
it's incredible, dude. And
Oh,
I was
wish in
reading.
school during this.
I
during this
know.
time.
And like some of the teachers in the article that I was reading, it was like the teachers were going, not only do we not like it because it allows students to cheat all the time, but also they're worried because it will take their job. Like, why would you need a teacher? You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you could have a back and forth with this AI, it probably, I mean, I would think an AI probably knows more than a teacher.
All right, what should we ask for it to do? Can you write me a song about flamingos? That's a good question. Can you write me a? Oh my fucking! It says verse 1: pink feathers and long legs. Flamingos are such a sight to see. They stand on one leg, oh so gracefully. Chorus: flamingos, flamingos, dancing in the sun. Flamingos, flamingos, having so much fun. Verse 2: they live in the wetlands and eat small crustaceans. Their beaks are curved for filtering and sustenance. Chorus: flamingos, flamingos, dancing in the sun. Flamingos, flamingos, having so much fun. Bridge: with their unique color, they stand out in the crowd. Flamingos, flamingos, they make us proud. Chorus: flamingos, flamingos, dancing in the sun. Flamingos, flamingos, having so much fun. Outro: so let's all raise a glass to these birds of pink. Flamingos, flamingos, we love to see you wink. Dude, did you see what just... Bro.
This thing needs to be shut down and burned down.
Are you scared?
I don't like it. I don't like how fast that was, and I don't like how it makes perfect sense.
That's my Flamingos song. Can I copyright that since I'm the one that asked for it?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's my Flamingos song. I'm gonna start a band.
The songwriters.
Fuck them. I want to hear this Flamingos song. Did you see how quick it did it?
I wonder if it's just throwing that song out there for everyone.
It just went brrr. I mean, everybody how many people are logging on to ChatGPT and going, "Can you write me a song about flamingos?" Even if they've got it in the barrel, that's crazy that they have that in the barrel. Okay, how about this one? How about write me a haiku about... Who do we need a haiku about?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Okay. Oh my God. It's done. Hulk Hogan's muscles ripped through his red and yellow shirt, immortalized strong. Immortalized strong, it wrote. Dude. That's a haiku. Amazing. That's 575.
Yeah, this shouldn't be allowed to exist.
This rules.
No, I mean, it rules for you. I mean, you're a host. Yeah, I don't see it replacing you, but me, a lowly video editor, or a teacher, or a songwriter.
Dude, if they can figure this out, how it talks to you this good, it's gonna be able to edit video for you in no time.
Shit. I need you to cut this video of Shawn Michaels. Can you do this? Got you, fam.
Yeah. And that's the way it would do it. Did you see how fast it was going?
I don't like it. I don't know how this. I don't know how especially this made you turn.
But this is the difference in this thing is not that it will answer quickly or that it has more information. It can create. It just wrote me a song and a haiku about two totally different things, lightning fast.
And you like that?
Love it. Love it. It's.
I mean, forget about the McDonald's servers being replaced by machines. This is a danger to everyone.
Okay, write me a love poem to Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm gonna get a love poem. Let's see what I can. Oh my God, Shinsuke Nakamura. My heart races at the sound of your entrance theme. With every step you take on your way to the ring, my love grows for you. My love for you grows stronger. Your strong style is like music to my ears, and your Kinshasa leaves me breathless every time. I am captivated by your every move. Shinsuke Nakamura, you are my wrestling king in the ring and in my heart forever and always. My love for you will never depart.
That's also how I feel about Shinsuke Nakamura.
Same, fam. I didn't know this was a diary reader. Dude.
Yeah, this isn't good. I know. I'm agreeing. This is not good.
It's great.
Okay.
And by the way, this is free. It's free. I put in my email address and registered an account. That's it. It's free.
Yeah, you're gonna be singing its praises until Jim McClure gives you a call and says, "Hey, buddy, we're actually thinking about replacing you for a couple episodes. See how this works out."
Yeah, well, ChatGPT would replace management, but they'd be like, "There's not enough commands here. We're not doing anything." I mean, you know, I don't think that there's any way. Like, if you're a school and you're like, "Well, we'll just ban it," that's sticking your head in the sand. That's crazy. Like, you can't. I mean, you should probably just be assigning kids to do things with ChatGPT and then bring it into class and correct it and make it better. That's probably what I would do if I was a teacher. I'd have them make the ChatGPT do a love poem about whoever their person is, Shinsuke Nakamura in our case. And then I would have them bring it in and make it better. So you could try to convince the kids that humans are better than AI, even though it's not true.
Can you go back to it real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see if we could just throw in. I mean, we're not gonna read the whole thing, but if we could throw in like a school essay question or whatever, like what is the meaning behind the eyes in The Great Gatsby? Can you write that in like 1,000 words?
What do you mean
like
the
that?
eyes in The Great Gatsby?
You know, the all-seeing eyes in The Great Gatsby. That's a question that they would ask, an English teacher would ask in school.
Right in 100, right? I'll just ask him, what is the significance of the all-seeing eyes in The Great Gatsby? Okay. In F. Scott Fitzgerald, he's already answering. In F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel, The Great Gatsby, the all-seeing eyes are a symbol of the omniscient and judgmental gaze of society. They represent the moral and societal judgment that Gatsby and the other characters are constantly aware of and trying to escape from. The eyes are often associated with the character of T.J. Eckelberg, an advertisement on a billboard overlooking the Valley of Ashes, an area of poverty and despair. The eyes are described as blue and gigantic and staring, and are seen as a representation of the failed American dream and the moral decay of the characters. In the novel, the eyes are also seen as a symbol of God's all-knowing and all-seeing judgment, which adds to the theme of moral decay and the character's feeling of being watched and judged by society. Did I answer your question, Hot Dog?
Copy and paste.
Yeah, dude, it's over.
Take that 100.
It's over.
I mean, the way you go about it is you would just maybe focus less on homework and have them write essays in class or something like that, or actual focus on the assignment in person.
Well, it says the drawbacks are that it will give you incorrect information sometimes. Right? It's not
with kids. So do kids.
That's true. That's true. So Microsoft, now they're saying that this is going to be a Google killer. Like, why would you Google anything if you could just talk? It's literally like you're talking to somebody that knows everything. You're just asking this, right? So they're trying to promote this as a Google killer. Microsoft has apparently already invested $1 billion into it and is rumored to be wanting to invest $10 billion into it. Microsoft is coming strong. ChatGPT is saying that they are going to have to monetize the thing, that they are going to have to put it behind a paywall, that they'll either charge you to use it or that they'll make some kind of pro version where you have unlimited use of it and it'll go a lot quicker.
Right. Because it's not going to be a Google killer if it's behind a paywall.
I mean, if it's cheap and it gives you answers like that, did you hear my Shinsuke Nakamura poem? I would read that shit to him. I would read it to him. I would read that to Shinsuke.
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Yeah, he'd be psyched. He'd give me one of these. I'd be like, thank you, Shinsuke. I appreciate that.
What if you just like ask it to write a promo for you?
A wrestling promo?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you write me a wrestling promo in the voice of who?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This is going to be the rest of the show now.
Oh my God. You know what time it is, folks? It's Stone Cold time. Listen up, you bunch of jabronis, because the Texas Rattlesnake is here to lay down the law. I've been brawling, bleeding, and beer drinking my way through the WWE for years, and I ain't here to play nice. I'm here to give you what you want, what you need, what you crave. A good old-fashioned ass whooping. And let me tell you, there's a long line of wrestlers who want a piece of the action. But let me make one thing clear. Ain't nobody gonna step to Stone Cold and walk away victorious. I ain't no fancy high flyer. I ain't no technical wizard. I'm just a simple man with a simple plan to give you the best damn wrestling match you've ever seen. And when the bell rings, I'll be standing tall with my middle finger raised high and a beer in my hand. So you want to step to the Texas Rattlesnake? You want to tangle with Stone Cold? Go ahead and give it a shot. But remember, I ain't going to lay down for nobody. I am the heart and soul of the WWE. And I am the one and only Stone Cold Steve Austin. So don't you dare miss it when I climb into that ring and give you a taste of what it means to be truly Stone Cold.
And that's the bottom line.
Be honest.
Stone Cold said so.
That promo I just read. That promo I just read. Are you buying the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Same.
There was a little bit Hulk Hogan in there.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a little wrestling-y, but I asked for a wrestling promo.
Yes. Wow. That was really impressive.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah, the thing is,
you can't. Hot dog. You can't outrun the future. It's here.
Yeah.
It's here.
I mean, that sounded great already, but delivery, is half the thing. If Stone Cold was actually reading that promo,
oh my God, I'd be in heaven. I'd be like, that's honestly second only to Austin 316. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's worth monetizing personally. I'd after using it for one day, I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for that. It's just, will you do whatever I want? And they're like, yeah. Coding thing. Now people are worried. The CEO says it shouldn't be relied upon for factual queries, right? Because it may not give you the right answer every single time, but neither will Google, neither will Wikipedia. There's some people worried about it because people have used it to create malware. Like they've just gone on, like a novice will use it to create malware, and now malware that wouldn't have existed exists. But I don't know, man. Small price to pay for the fact that I can write a love poem to Shinsuke Nakamura, get a haiku about Stone Cold Steve Austin, a song about flamingos. I mean, a haiku about Hulk Hogan, a song about flamingos. Find out what's up with the Great Gatsby. I mean,
there maybe like in the terms and conditions, they should just add, please do not use this for evil.
This is what it should say in the terms of condition, in terms and conditions. It's over, bro. It's over. Enjoy. Can you imagine? Like, this is why, like, people put kids in like coding classes now. Well, we teach them how to code young. Bro, I know how to code. ChatGPT. Like that's how you
can replace Travis with this. I mean, forget having a senior producer or researcher.
Easily we can replace Travis with this. 100%. It would be funny to use ChatGPT as my co-host, like, and just asking him like, am I right? That it'd be you're just sitting in the corner of the room typing into ChatGPT, just transcribing the shit.
The extent of me now.
Yeah. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be great. So amazing. I mean, we're not equipped. This goes back. This has been thematic of the whole show. We're not equipped for the internet. Bots are. AI is. Not us. Who would you say is one of the masters of using the internet for content and just being in it that you would think could handle it better than anybody? I would say Logan Paul. Master. Wouldn't you say at this point? You're talking about a guy who started, I guess he started on the Disney Channel or whatever, but realistically, he started just making his vlogs on his YouTube channel. He was able to get into podcasting. His vlogs, successful. Podcasting, successful. internet boxing, so successful, he ends up in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Now he's the star of electrolyte drinks and Crown Jewel. He's fighting Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Like, Logan Paul knows how to do this better than anybody. And still, I felt like Logan Paul was spiraling this week. I mean, it's just with this guy. Apology after apology after apology. And it seems like he's chasing his tail. You know? I mean,
Matrix is that coming after him?
it's not the Matrix. It's because he's on the internet trying to be. The problem is that people go on the internet and they try to be all things to all people. And it's like they start as a goofball and then they're like, but I'm going to talk seriously about this. And people are like, you're wrong. And then they don't have the fun and fallback of being a goofball because they wanted to be all things to all people. You know, like this, it started. I don't know which one was first. This week alone, he had to apologize for crypto being accused. He was accused of scamming through crypto, animal cruelty, and being anti-religion this week. He's
Typical week for anybody.
I mean, he's apologizing across the board. He's got to say, look at, he's talking to George. Listen to him talk to George.
From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry.
Poor George.
My attitude towards you on that episode and my belittlement of your beliefs was not appropriate at all.
Can you imagine me doing what at any point having to sit there? Because George is like his hot dog, and that's not. I mean, hot dog.
I would love you have to make an apology.
Because hot dog's my guy. George is his guy. This isn't an insult to George, but George is like his hot dog. Yeah. You know, like if I had a match with Roman Reigns, at one point, hot dog would jump in the ring and the Usos would kick his ass. Like it's this. Can you imagine? Hot dog, from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize to you for making fun of your mispronunciation of the word pizza. I want to apologize for spreading the rumor that you didn't have genitals. And I want to apologize for the time that you almost got thrown out of your New Year's Eve party and I laughed in your face and told you had to stay on webcam. And also for when your dad was paralyzed and I compared him to Tio Salamanca over and over again. From the bottom of, well, no, that one I'm not sorry for because it was very similar. But all the other ones from the bottom of my heart, not the Tio Salamanca, but the other ones, I'm sorry.
I'm glad that you're growing from this. I accept your apologies, Sam.
It'd be even better if you were like, I hear you. I'm not ready to accept your apology. So I guess with George, they were just getting into it on the podcast and he was like talking about his religion or whatever. He wasn't like, I don't know. They were don't have a debate.
Logan Paul's an atheist.
Well, he said he's not. Now he's saying I'm not an atheist. He said he's not. Now. He said, I'm not. But, like, dude, it's like, don't let Logan Paul say whatever he wants about religion. Anybody go to church if you're religious. If you want to hear about God, go to church. Don't turn on Logan Paul. Why is Logan Paul responsible for how anybody perceives the way he feels about religion? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to have the conversation. It's ridiculous to hold him accountable for anything about religion. What are you talking about? He's Logan Paul. Who cares what he thinks about religion? What difference does it make?
I mean, it's not like, I mean, I kind of get it. It's not like he was generally making a statement about religion. He was shitting on his friend's faith.
Big deal. I mean, it's impulsive podcast. He's being impulsive. Like,
and it seemed like his friend did take insult to that.
He did, but what? It's a podcast. I mean, it's okay. All right, fine. But he apologized. Do you forgive him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. But then he kept going. This whole the Coffeezilla thing fucked him up. It really, because over the holidays, Coffeezilla, who's like this incredible YouTuber, he does these great investigative, financially based, usually pieces, meaning within the financial sphere.
Usually crypto.
A lot of it is crypto. And he did this incredible 3-parter about the game that Logan Paul was supposed to come out with, that I guess it never came out, and a whole bunch of people lost a whole bunch of money, and Logan Paul never said anything about it, and he accused Logan Paul of being a scammer. The internet turned on Logan Paul. So Logan Paul puts out this video. I'll play a little clip of it, but it's been deleted. This is not, he doesn't support this anymore.
I got everything stolen from me and our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously
So the $10 million studio, I think, is a joke. I don't think Coffeezilla actually wants people to think he spent $10 million on his studio. It's clearly green screened. But I'm over here and I'm watching, and he comes on the defensive. He's like, okay, you want to fight? We'll fight. And I go, all right, that's an interesting tack to take. And he basically, like, you know, says that Coffeezilla was misleading people, that he was skewing the facts. And he said, lawyer up, pal, because I'm coming strong. He was like Eduardo in Facebook. He said, get a lawyer, because he's going to sue him. That's what Logan Paul said to Coffeezilla in the video. And then the internet turned on him again. The internet turned on his response. They were like, yo, you didn't apologize. You took no responsibility. And now you're threatening to sue this guy. This is crazy. Why are you acting like you were wronged when we're all out of money or whatever? So the internet turned on him. He's like, oh, man. And he went on an Impulsive podcast. And he did another response to Coffeezilla. And then everybody turned on him again. They were like, this one sucks too, dude. This response sucks too. And so he deleted the first response. He was like, don't worry about the podcast. He told Coffeezilla another video was coming. Don't respond to the video. If you're going to do a video responding to my video, don't, because another response is coming.
This is weird. It's a weird request when you're beefing with someone.
Just don't beef back. And he goes, I was wrong. I was wrong. He started apologizing. In text, in it, like a Discord. I was wrong. I apologize. I'm not suing you. I'm not suing you. I'm not suing you. He's saying all this stuff. Don't ignore what I said in the video. I deleted it. Forget it. That's what Tupac should have done. He should have just deleted, hit him up, and said, that's not true.
Don't respond.
I didn't do that with his wife. Biggie, please don't respond. You know, that's none of it's true. And maybe it would have been better if he had done that.
Wait for the next video.
Yeah. Sorry. Just wait for the next song. All right, I'll wait for the next song. So Logan finally puts out another video, and he said on the second response on the podcast, he said that this guy Coffeezilla was really bothering him. So this is the third now response. This is the final response that Logan put out. No production value, not on. He put it on his YouTube channel. Originally, it was just on Twitter or whatever, but this is just the real.
I called him. I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in. But the fact is,
I mean, that also, I believe him. You know, I believe, here's what I believe that he didn't intentionally scam people. I don't think that Logan Paul is in the business. Like, anybody that intends on being a public figure for an extended period of time is not just trying to scoop up everybody's money and run away. You know, he plans on staying in the public eye. I don't think Logan Paul's intention was to scam everybody. I think that Logan Paul did get into business with some people who he didn't know how bad they were. And I think that Logan Paul probably just didn't handle it right when it was done. Right? I think that he kind of stopped talking about it, wanted the investigation or whatever to just happen and hoped that it would just go away, and it didn't go away. But I don't think he intentionally went out. I don't think the game was designed to scam people. But
no, that would be career suicide.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This wasn't the end game. If you're going to scam everybody, it's the end game. And this isn't his end game, so it doesn't make sense. I believe him. I just think that he's like just getting it from all ends right now because all the chickens came home to roost all at once. Because none of this stuff is stuff that he's not responsible for. All of it is stuff that does require some kind of explanation. It's just I don't think he thought it would all happen all at the same time. And so now every day he's got a new apology video.
I mean, I don't think he meant to scam anyone, but did he try to get in on a get rich? I mean, he's already rich, but like, get rich quick scheme. I think so.
That's possible.
And what Coffee was like explaining was like there was some shadiness to what he was doing. Not all right, all right scamming people, but definitely.
Well, I mean, like all of those crypto things are, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, like when we were looking at Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton hawking NFTs, and it's like, dude, this is disgusting. Like there aren't anybody, there is nobody that is full force in the crypto business that I'm not sitting there looking crooked at, going, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. But there's nuance to it.
Yes.
Suing Coffeezilla is not going to help Crypto Zoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be, which is on fans and supporters of me. You guys mean the world to me, so I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward.
Ooh, 3-step plan.
Step 1, Jeff and I are going to...
Here's my other thing. The fact that this is the third apology makes me think that he's all just making this up as he goes. You know what I mean? Like, this was clearly not the plan a week ago. This is a different video that said a completely different thing.
No, he's probably going to let it die.
Yeah, yes. He's like, just, fuck, that didn't work. Okay, let me do this. That didn't work either. All right, 3-step plan. I don't know.
To burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game, and it will add value to holder tokens. Step 2, I
don't know what he's talking about.
Rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially, you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base.
Anybody who's getting involved in crypto games in 2023, at this point, it's like, whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who would do this at this point? Who would get involved? Not just for Logan Paul, for anybody. Who would get involved in any of these crypto games at this point?
I mean, to be fair, this was a year ago. People got involved.
I know, but now I'm saying, he's like saying,
of course.
He's saying we're going to bring the game back. And it's like, well, if you're getting involved now as he's bringing the game back, like there's still life in it, that's you. Then, as if things couldn't get any worse for Logan, the pig thing happened. That's the last thing that he needed right now. This tweet comes out. This is a terrible tweet to exist in hindsight. It says, Logan says, I bought Pearl over a year ago. I was told she was a mini pig. She's not. So, there was a trend a while back of like people buying these little tiny pot-bellied pigs, right? And they run around and everything. And I guess all pigs are mini pigs when they're babies. So somebody just sold this guy. He's like, yeah, it's a mini pig. Look how small it is. And Logan Paul was like, yeah, good enough for me. And he bought the pig. It's a full-size pig. It's enormous. It looks like a bull. Like, that's not a typical, that's huge. It's enormous. It's a lot of bacon.
The opposite.
Yeah, it's actually oversized. It's bigger than most. But so you go, oh, Logan's got a giant pig. That's just part of his life. He's just this guy who makes videos, and he's got a giant pig. Except then this came out on the pigs of TikTok, which I didn't know the pigs of TikTok was a thing. And I'm sure Logan didn't either. He, quite frankly, wishes it wasn't.
Twitter gone crazy.
Yeah, pig Twitter. This is from the Gentle Barn. It says, It's actually really, really popular. Pearl was found alone in a field next to another pig who had passed away. She came to us with tattered ears and a potentially life-threatening infection in her uterus that has since been healed. She's clearly been through so much trauma that we can't begin to imagine, but she's now safe with us at the Gentle Barn. From what we've been told, it's believed she was purchased originally from a breeder by an influencer.
Oh, no.
People often buy mini pigs or teacup pigs for clout online, believing they will stay small. When they inevitably grow very large and have many unexpected needs, they're sadly discarded. I mean, it doesn't mention any names, but they said his name is Pearl. So now, after apologizing for making Jesus not a big deal and for threatening to sue Coffeezilla, Now add animal cruelty to the list. People are like, what the hell is Logan Paul doing with these pigs?
That might be the worst one.
I mean, it's definitely the worst one. What could possibly... It's animal cruelty, hot dog. Do you think threatening to sue Coffeezilla might be worse than animal cruelty? Certainly not.
Well,
This is by
people
far.
lost money.
There's the only people... Like, if you've got left of center opinions on religion, I'll hear you out. I'm always good for a conversation with Ricky Gervais. Let me know what you feel about that, Ricky. I'm not attached to any one way or the other. That's cool. If you're, like... mad at some Coffeezilla docs and you're threatening to sue Coffeezilla, okay, all right, maybe he's wrong. All right, Logan, maybe he's wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's wrong and you're going to sue him. Okay. But if you're like telling me that you do animal cruelty, like that's a thing that you do, but it's okay, I'm going, I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is okay. Animal cruelty. Okay. He says he didn't do the cruelty. He says there was an in-between. There was the breeder, Logan Paul, in between, don't know what happened here, cruelty. So Logan's saying, I was out of the picture. I got rid of the pig. In between, then the cruelty. Let's see what he said. Now he's got to go on TMZ and explain. I mean, he's sitting there. How can anybody psychologically do this many apology videos in a single week and not have horrible self-esteem?
The situation sucks. There's no other way to put it.
Okay.
I found out about the situation Pearl was in yesterday. She was not at the home that I dropped her off at, which I visited myself and left her in great condition.
You took her to this farm in Santa Clarita. Do you have any idea when or why that
Harvey just hangs out in that newsroom. He's been there for years. Like, let's get to the bottom of all this.
farm where you did take her to be rehomed, why they gave her up to someone else?
So apparently that ranch owner moved to Nevada and could not take Pearl with her. So that homeowner or ranch owner gave Pearl to the farmer across the street. And then, to my understanding, that farmer called the Gentle Barn to come pick her up.
Okay, so it was either the farm owner, because he moved, he gives the pig to a farm owner. That farm owner moves, they give the pig to the farm owner across the street. Then the Gentle Barn finds out that the pig has been mistreated. Who mistreated the pig? Who mistreated? It's a crime, dude. You can't mistreat pigs. It's a crime. Who did it?
Figured out it was your pig, and then there was all this backlash, and people were, because the way that TikTok went out, it did make it seem like you were the person who had abandoned Pearl.
Yeah.
I love it. People are saying, thanks.
the verbiage they used was she was irresponsibly rehomed. So the first thing I did was I checked myself. I said, wait a second, was she?
See, relax. He checked himself, okay? He did his due diligence. And you know what he did, too? It's all about timing. If you're going to check yourself, you have to make sure that you do it before you wreck yourself. And I think that's what Logan did here.
Irresponsibly rehomed by me? Absolutely not. She was put in an amazing horse ranch where she lived an amazing life for 10 months. When that homeowner relocated and the pig swiped hands again, it was something that I didn't know was taking place. And apparently that farmer called the Gentle Barn to come pick her up. I found this out yesterday, and I emailed the Gentle Barn immediately and offered to help in any way I could. I cuddled with this pig. I slept with this pig. She was in my life for 2 to 2.5.
If I know you, Logan, you slept with quite a few pigs. I cuddle with the pig. I cuddle with this pig.
Half years, and she lived the best life ever. She was regularly bathed, ate meals that were like gourmet for a pig, had a 30-foot by 50-foot pen, had an apartment of her own. I loved this pig.
Apartment? He got the pig an apartment? She lived alone in her own apartment by the end of it.
So yeah, seeing that video was heartbreaking to me. I thought Pearl was in a safe, healthy condition and state, and when I found out that she was not,
it is very convenient that it's like there's a lot of Logan Paul apologies to swipe through. It is very
Where am I?
It is very convenient that he's like, okay, there's two things that could have gone wrong here. I mistreated the pig or I gave the pig to somebody who mistreated it. And he goes, no, there was a third person. Maybe they mistreated it. But why would the person that mistreated the pig also call to have the pig picked up? It had a uterus infection or something. Who gave it the uterus infection? How do you go from living in an apartment? That was a penthouse pig, cuddling with influencers in its own apartment, eating gourmet pig food, to having a uterus infection.
Well, it was a mini pig, not a big fat slob.
Well, that's also irresponsible. To buy a mini pig and have a big giant pig. You shouldn't have big giant pigs. People shouldn't be buying pigs as pets. Buy a pig if you have a farm. You know?
Look at this controversy there. He's talking as if he mistreated a child or something. It's a pig.
You think you could just mistreat pigs?
I don't think you can I don't want anyone's animal. I don't want any animals mistreated, but to go on TMZ and have to give this guy an apology and give the world an apology for...
He might have given a pig a uterus infection. You still are mad about more. You are more mad about Coffeezilla than the pig.
I do think a lot of people lost money, and I do think that it's maybe...
The pig almost lost its uterus.
Yeah, but we kill pigs all the time and we eat them.
We don't give them infections.
We slaughter them.
We don't torture them.
No?
Kill them fast.
That's what they tell you, sure.
You think people are torturing pigs to make bacon? You know how long that would take?
Yeah, I just think it's kind of ridiculous that this is being given. There should be a hierarchy of things that Logan Paul should apologize for.
Okay, what's the hierarchy? We have the three here. Okay, insulting Jesus, Coffeezilla.
I think Jesus is third.
Okay, okay. We got the insulting Jesus, Coffeezilla, and the pig. Now, he's not apologizing for stealing people's money because he's saying that he didn't steal people's money.
But he cost people money.
Okay. All right. So rank them, top three.
One is people losing money.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I'll give you the pig.
Mm-hmm.
But he should be on TMZ discussing why this crypto stuff didn't work out and whatnot. Not some pig, uterus got messed up.
But if he's an animal cruelty guy, he can't be doing everything that he's doing.
Is he an outspoken animal cruelty guy?
If he did that to Pearl, he's got to explain himself. And he did. He said it was the third person, not him.
I believe that too.
I go pig, Coffeezilla, Jesus. You go Coffeezilla, pig, Jesus.
Yes.
So we line up the same. Yes. Poor George. Poor George. I feel like, why is George's apology... We're all in agreement that George's apology is the least important. I feel like George gets the short end of the stick every time. I feel bad for George. I feel bad for George. You see how Bobby Lee picked on him too? It's not right. It's not right. George and pig cruelty has got to stop. And Jesus cruelty to an extent has got to stop.
You're 2,000 years late on that, buddy.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Well, look, while we're here, by the way, we once again didn't get to talk about it, but MILF Island starts this weekend, so maybe next week.
Yes.
Maybe next week. But while we're here, I appreciate all you guys tuning in, watching the show tonight. If you want me to acknowledge any of your chats, super chat in. Every super chat will be acknowledged here on the show tonight. We do it every single week on Sam Roberts Now. Send those super chats in, and we will acknowledge them. YouTube.com/NotSam. Acknowledge me. That's every super chat.
Okay.
Chris Atkinson. Happy Lonely Friday, Sam and Hot Dog. Oh, to you too, Chris. It's great to see you. Justin Lopman Dobson. My life sucks, but at least I can bother Sam. Feel free to bother me anytime, my man. If it makes your life suck less, happy to have you. Beef Stick sends in a request. Sniff my chocolate starfish. Only if you drink my hot dog flavored water. That's a Limp Bizkit reference, Hot Dog.
You got that in the chat.
He also says, Can Hot Dog do a deep dive into my balloon knot? Fill up my empty tank with some of that sweet, chunky blue cheese. Okay. Not Sam Lehman. I don't have a gas stove So to show my support, I brought in my propane grill and have been running it for the past 2 hours. That's fine. I think that's safe. I think that's okay. Justin Lopeman Dobson, I would have spent it on chicken nuggets anyway. That's right. Not Sam Miguel. Sam hires Opie to be the co-host of Sam Roberts Now. I'd be willing to have conversations. I mean, don't worry, Hot Dog, you'd still be here too. But okay. we could negotiate. I'd be open to negotiation. Six Crow, appreciate the support. Suspect Phil 2023, did E-Rock write his movie? It's been 10 years, Sam. I think he has. Yes, I believe that he has, and we are casting right now. I will tell you, if I have the opportunity, I will jump on as a producer. B-Herb76, I heard Opie dissed you. What's the haps? I don't know. I mean, anytime me and Hot Dog have these conversations a lot, and I'll go, Hot Dog, why do they hate us? And Hot Dog will go, Sam, they hate us because they ain't us. And I go, anus? And he goes, no, ain't us. I go, oh. And that's kind of what I chalk it up to, right?
Every single time.
100% of the time, without exception. Not Sam Miguel. Oh, a lot of questions about the Opster. Have you seen the clip of Jimmy mean mugging Opie? There was a time in that show where that was not a unique occurrence. It got real awkward. Whenever I would go in and visit when I was doing the night show, I would tell this to Jim, I think I have told it to Jim. I would have conversations like Travis and go, is it always like this? Is it always this tense? He'd go like this. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Justin's back. He says Opie equals a wet book of matches. Whatever. John Fritch. Last professional broadcaster, Mike Montone. I do believe that Mike Montone is younger than me. So if he were to become, barely, but still. However, I do think that I took credit for last professional broadcaster. And Mike Montone is more of a newsman anyway. Mike Montone is like the last professional journalist, I would say. I would give him that. Grim Reaper, happy Lonely Friday, Sammy Boy and Hot Dog. Come on, man. Ali Munoz, ChatGPT is trained on the entire internet up until 2019. Ask it, what's Not Sam's most viral video? And why does Not Sam stream with Hot Dog? I'm going to ask it.
I don't want the answer. I would not like the answer to the second one.
I'm just going to ask it this. What is Not Sam? Let's see where I rank. Oh, it says we're busy. Oh, it says try again in a few minutes. There was an error. Maybe we're past our limit because we've gotten so much great content. Chris asked to write you a legal paper defending slavery. That's probably a misuse. That would be a misuse of ChatGPT.
It's evil.
It's evil. John Fritz says, do you think ChatGPT knows Tef's mom? Can you imagine if somebody finds like a long-lost relative because ChatGPT knows where they are? Hey, where's this person? Oh, here's their coordinates right now. What? Yeah, they got an Apple AirTag. I know exactly where they are. Not Sense Media, thank you. Okay, this is weird and scary. There's a super chat. I really hope this is fake from ChatGPT that says, LOL, haha, good show. And it has creeped me out in a big way. I don't like it.
Has an icon and everything.
That's what makes... Can you click on it and see if it's a real account? Because it's bugging me. The Vineyard Worker, thank you for your contribution. You're the man or the lady. Plum Crazy 39. Will you talk about the Opie and Jim clip that's been going around this week with Johnny Knoxville? I just did. And thank you for the super chat. That's a twofer. Blackjack Thompson, spank the donkey, win a cookie. That's good to know. And Jameson retracted his message, but thank you for the contribution. Hot Dog, does it look like a real account? Please say no.
Let's see. I'm looking through. I mean, I don't see. I'm looking at the channels, but I don't see a channel with that icon.
Okay.
So it's strange.
Well, it creeps me out. Jameson says, you guys hiring. I don't know. The Notsam docket's getting pretty full. We got a Hot Dog. We got a clip guy. We got a lot of people. We got Thumbnail. Blob More Chairs is involved in Notsam now. I don't know. Look, here at Notsam, we're always looking for people who can provide value. There's always open seats if you can provide value. Anybody that can provide value, we can have a conversation. There was one seat open for people who can provide no value. And Hot Dog ain't giving that one up. So for everybody... Actually, you can't even front anymore. You can't even say Hot Dog can provide no value. Because every time Hot Dog says, yo, you suck, why are you even here? He's going to tell you, okay, but what about that Shawn Michaels interview?
I remember the first day I came into Notsam Studios and you said, you know, your very big speech, you said, your job is to help us, not to fuck us up. And I feel like I've been leaning more towards the fucking us up part.
A little more, but every now and then you hit a homer and we're good. Let's see. Justin Lopeman Dobson is apologizing for his chats. That's good, but I want a video like Logan Paul. Beefstick says, hey, Hot Dog, another request. Let's mix some chocolate and vanilla. Let's explore. It's a sexual thing. It's a sexual thing. Jeffrey Townsend,
on the side.
Love the Bret Hart hoodie. He is my neighbor in Calgary. That rules.
That's pretty dope.
That's so sick if Bret Hart is your
Does
neighbor.
he talk to you about Goldberg all the time?
I'll bet he does. Didn't know what he was doing in there. Didn't know how to work. Man, this ChatGPT stuff, it works so well, right? Oh, yeah, this works great. Not like Goldberg. He didn't know how to work.
It's like, Brett, it's dinner. Come on, drop it.
Drop it like Goldberg dropped me. All he could do was hurt people. Never mind. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I posted a video review of the film Megan earlier in the week. So if you haven't seen that, you can check that out. And of course, it is Friday the 13th. So if you're looking for some late night content, go back. One of the playlists here on the Not Sam channel is the Friday the 13th movie franchise review. We are going to bring franchise review back soon. But yes, you want to spend some time tonight. That's a great video to revisit. The Friday the 13th franchise breakdown. And we'll see you next week. Don't forget, you got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. We'll see you guys later.